The UK NMC has announced the closure of another OSCE test centre, and this is the Oxford Brookes University OSCE Test Centre. This centre is going to be closed on the 31st of July 2026. Don't forget that Northumbria University OSCE Test Centre was also closed on the 19th of February 2026, early this year, meaning there is going to be only 3 approved OSCE test centres after 31st of July, and these are the approved test centres: University of Northampton, Ulster University, and then Leeds Teaching Hospital NHS Trust. So if you have not booked your OSCE exam yet, make sure that you're going to register with one of these 3 approved test centers after the 31st of July. Now, here are some important information that you need to know. For those who have already booked to be assessed at the Oxford Brookes University OSCE Test Centre, they've announced that they will honor any first-time bookings through from now until the 27th of July 2026, meaning you will still be assessed at this particular OSCE Test Centre through to 27th of July. Now, for those who have got receipts, or those who needs to go back, or for those who have booked the test center for your ID checks, now this is what you need to know. For candidates who initially attempted their OSCE at Oxford Brookes University and do not intend to complete a receipt before the closure date, can book their test at another NMC approved OSCE test center, and candidates can choose the OSCE center where they would prefer to complete their receipt. So you have the options to select any of the 3 approved OSCE test centers I mentioned earlier. Now, this is what you need to do on how to receipt at another NMC approved OSCE center. Candidates must email the OSCE center where they prefer to receipt their exam. So between University of Northampton, Ulster University, Leeds Teaching Hospital, NHS Trust, they've given you the emails that you need to use to reach out to any of these test centers that you decide. However, listen, candidates will need to include Oxford Brookes University transfer request or Northumbria University transfer request in the subject line of the email. So when you are sending the email to any of these 3 test centers, make sure to include either of these sentences: Oxford Brookes University transfer request. That is, if you have already done your first attempt at Oxford Brookes and now you want to resit at either of these test centers, or if you did your first attempt at Northumbria University and now you want to resit at any of these 3 approved OSCE test centers. They've stated that if the OSCE center can accommodate a candidate's receipt, they will confirm the booking and inform the NMC once it has been approved. And finally, the center a candidate chooses for their receipt will become their new OSCE center. If required, candidates must take any subsequent receipts at this same center as per our standard process. So if you need to go for a 3rd attempt, you need to do it at this current OSCE test center that you may select. And for ID checks, they've stated that if candidate's ID check has not been completed and they are transferring to another OSCE center for a receipt, the ID check must be carried out at their new center. ID checks are completed by appointment only and must be confirmed by the NMC ID verification team. So you need to reach out to the selected OSCE test center that you're going for your receipts so that they will give you the confirmation on when your ID checks can be done. So this is the email that you need to use to book an ID check appointment with the test center that you have selected. id.checks@nmc-uk.org. I hope this helps. Don't forget to share to a colleague who is currently preparing for their OSCE. See you in the next one.